Hey everybody, what's going on? Doing a live stream from 7 to 8 tonight. What's going on? Marie's in the house. Packing up some eBay packages until the live stream gets going. Punk Nerd, what's up? Martinez Joe in the house. I just had my dinner, Marie. I had a salad. But thank you for the offer. I think it would probably be cold by the time it got here. So yeah, like I said, doing some eBay packages while everybody files in here. Punk Nerd's in the house. Sean, Joey Baseball's here. So, Grandpa got me and mailed my 4 Black Friday titles. My dad found out and got all mad and said, "This is your Christmas," and gave me what he already ordered. Sorry to hear that. My upstairs neighbors are being real loud and ignorant tonight, so that'll be a treat. Jerry's in the house. Salty about the Eagles stuff that I have on and I have behind me. They're not very good this year, so. Yeah, I even after watching all the stuff that Best Buy is going to have, I ordered 1 title from Amazon. There's not really much I need or I'm looking to get from Black Friday. Definitely won't be doing a video or anything. Similar to last year, I didn't really buy anything on Black Friday last year. No, I don't switch from teams, Joey. I'm a 1-team person. Yeah, at least the Lions tied this week, Eastsiders. He says could be as bad as my Lions. Movie Hunters in the house. What's going on? No, we'll talk about a terrible team. This guy's trying to rep the Giants. They're pretty garbage. So, yep. Black Friday sales are already going on, Joey. Lots of good stuff. If you don't buy during the year, for sure. So, I'm going to take a break from packing eBay stuff. I'll finish that up after I'm done the live stream. I think I have 24 packages to do tonight. Let's see. Punk Nerd said, although I ordered Metallica's classic albums on eBay, my friend is going to try to help me grab some upgrades. Cool. Sean says, can you review Red Notice and Tick Tick Boom on Netflix? When I watch them, I'll do a review on my YouTube channel for sure. Like everything else that I watch, I will review. Don't know when I'll watch those, but I do want to watch both of them. Noah says, hey Rick, haven't spoke to you much. Thoughts on AEW Full Gear? It was a fantastic show from start to finish. 2 pay-per-views in a row that I've ordered now. And I've been very happy spending $50 back-to-back shows. So hopefully they keep it up. James Borland says, Rick, favorite Netflix cartoon? The only Netflix cartoon I watch is Big Mouth. So that's and I'm two seasons behind on that. So the Giants and Eagles both beat the GOAT in the Super Bowl. True story. James says, right now I'm watching Critical Limit. It's pretty good so far. I don't watch a lot of animated stuff, honestly. Sean says, how is the Jungle Cruise movie? It's fun. It's nothing crazy. I believe I have a review on my channel of it, on a weekly review video. I went and saw it in theaters. It was fine. Nothing fantastic. I mean, The Rock is good as always. Yeah, I spent $100 on wrestling pay-per-views, Joey. So what else is everybody up to? What's new? What's exciting? Doing this live stream, if you guys don't know, Crazy Joe goes live at 8. So I pushed my live stream up. I was going to do it at 7:30. Moved it up to 7 so that I don't so I don't interfere with Joe's live stream. So I'll be doing this from 7 to 8 Eastern Standard. And I'm going to finish watching the movie I started watching and continue packing eBay stuff. I'm probably going to finish that during the live stream. So, do you think we will get a Mary Poppins 3? Sean asks. Possibly. I still haven't watched Mary Poppins Returns. I need to watch that at some point. Eastsiders says, what do you think of Jay Lethal in AEW? I think it's another good addition for sure. They continue growing their roster. I think that from what I read, Kenny Omega is going to probably take some time off. Sounds like he's hurt. So, you know, they have a deep roster. So, you know, even though they won't have Omega, they have plenty of people who can fill in the holes there. Punk Nerd says today is the triple live stream day. Yep. Live streams for the next 3 hours, if that's what you guys are going to do. I'm obviously doing this one, and like I said, going to finish watching the movie I started. I haven't slept really well the last 2 nights, so hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight. Jesse says, good evening, Rick. Jesse, what's going on? Sean says, do you think an Outsiders reboot ever, and thoughts on Home Sweet Home Alone? I could see an Outsiders reboot happening because they reboot everything else. Home Sweet Home Alone, I do want to watch. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Joey says, is your boy CM Punk still in wrestling shape? Yeah, he hadn't wrestled in 7 years. He's been wrestling quite frequently. You know, he was a little, there was a lack of tone, if you will, when he first came back. But I think he's in good shape. No ring rust. He looks good. Jerry says, damn, I would love to show off my WWE documentaries. I got like 200 of them. I have quite a few too. I have probably like 35 or 40 Blu-rays, and I have another handful of WWE DVDs. Geriatric Geek is in the house. What's going on, Geriatric? He says, hello, Rick. Jesse Sporbich says, have you seen Free Guy? Yeah, I don't know if you guys don't watch my review videos. I know that the, you know, they don't quite get the views that my pickup videos do. I talk about every single movie I watch, and I actually saw Free Guy twice in movie theaters. Sean says, Pumpkinhead reboot is happening. I've never seen a Pumpkinhead movie. Not really something that interests me, personally. Khaleesi's laying on my packing slips, so I can't do that right now. Joey says, so when you jump ship to AEW, does that mean you'll never get inducted into the Hall of Fame in WWE? I'm not sure. The biggest test for that will be Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho's in AEW right now, and he's definitely somebody who should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Raymond Combs in the house. He says, hi. Marie says, hit that like button. Yes, hit the like button, guys. It looks like there's 17 people right now. Joey Baseball says, I watched Vivo on Netflix. It was really good. I'm going to disregard the second part. So, yeah, I want to see that as well. Just the problem really is that there's just so much content, guys, and just not enough time. Khaleesi's meowing. Punk Nerd says, I can't wait for when I go to my grandma's. I have a huge unboxing, including stuff from someone viewing this stream right now. Very cool. Raymond Combs says, I watched Soul today. Very nice. I started watching Shadow in the Cloud before the live stream. I'm about 30 minutes into it, and it's only like 80 minutes long, so I'll be able to finish that one up after, and hopefully, like I said, try to get a good night's sleep. I definitely just feel tired. Like I said, I haven't slept really well the last 2 nights. Sean says, did you hear Roadhouse reboot is coming? It's terrible. I'd rather see a third movie. They're just trying to keep rebooting stuff. It's really just sad that that's what movies have come to, but there's a lack of original ideas, and it's a shame because when you get a movie like Last Night in Soho that should have done fantastic in the movies, in my opinion, an original like suspense thriller, you know, and it's doing horrible box office. It's just a shame more people aren't seeing that. Noah says, best and worst movie of 2021 so far. The best movie for me is Blue Bayou. The worst movie, I would have to look at my list. I want to say it's... Stop. Man. The cat, her mom is away, so she's being a little brat. Stop. Would probably be Bliss, which I recently just watched on Amazon Prime. Pretty bad, honestly. Not a fan of it. What else do we have here? Joey said Home Sweet Home Alone. You haven't watched it, but why make the family British? I'm not sure. I don't think that really matters, but maybe to you it does. Punk Nerd says, I'm going to say Mitchell's vs. Machines for best. Haven't seen many. I mean, Mitchell's vs. Machines was fantastic. It's actually getting a Blu-ray release, which is pretty exciting. Sean says, will you watch the West Side Story reboot? Absolutely. Directed by Spielberg, plus West Side Story is one of my favorite musicals ever. Should you buy stuff on Best Buy for Black Friday? There's not a lot there that I really need, honestly. So not a ton I need. So that I ordered one title off of Amazon. That's it, sadly. My buddy John Bowles is in the house teasing something that I was going to get into shortly. Warner Brothers sent over the Mad Max Anthology on 4K. He wants me to lick it. That was for you. Didn't really lick that. Mid-Level Media. Ken is in the house. What's going on, Ken? Raymond says, were you disappointed about Onward not winning the Oscar for Best Animated Movie? No, the only time I've ever really been bummed or disappointed by a movie not winning an Oscar was La La Land. But, I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter. It's just an award, personally. I can't wait for Mitchell's Blu-ray. I'm going to buy it ASAP. Mid-Level Media Ken says, favorite Coen Brothers movie? For me, it's Big Lebowski, hands down. That is my favorite one, personally. I also enjoyed Fargo quite a bit, but Big Lebowski is my favorite. I have a bunch of those I need to watch. I actually was just looking at Pam. She had the Blood Simple Criterion, but I own the Blu-ray, so I didn't want to necessarily upgrade to Criterion since I've never seen it. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. I might have missed some. My chat's going too fast. Sean says, do you think the new Resident Evil reboot will be good? I'm not sure. I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 Resident Evil movies. That was one of the things I wanted to watch during Halloween, and it just didn't pan out for me. And do you think Andrew and Toby will be in Spider-Man 3? I do think that. Punk Nerd says the big thing off Best Buy, Amazon is Last Action Hero. I mean, I got the steelbook of that when it came out. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely stuff. If you don't buy new releases, there's tons of stuff for great prices. There's stuff that recently came out, like Green Knight on 4K is $10. Escape Room 2 on Blu-ray is $10. Don't Breathe 2, $10 on Blu-ray. Don't Breathe 2, $13 on 4K. A bunch of titles that were released this year from Warner Brothers for $10 on 4K. Yes, La La Land did win the Oscar for about 7 seconds, and then Moonlight came and stole it from the better movie. When will they make La La Land 2? Will we get a reboot of Rose Red one day? Sean says. I don't think we need a La La Land 2, honestly. John says Green Knight wasn't in stores. I know Amazon has it for $9.99. I ordered Fury on 4K. It was actually a title I've tried to get the last 2 years. And and I had actually ordered it from Amazon, and my package got lost, and then they were out of stock on it. So I'm upgrading my Fury to 4K, but other than that, I had contemplated getting Fifth Element for Bridget on 4K. She loves that movie, but she would tell me she doesn't need the 4K. We have the Blu-ray steelbook of it right now. Raymond says, who would have thought a Netflix movie would be getting a physical release? Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, they're also, Paramount Plus is putting out Infinite on Blu-ray, or 4K, I mean, which was a Paramount Plus exclusive. Movie Hunter says, never anything for me on sales. I always buy on day one. Yes, sir, the Steelbook King. Joey Baseball says, cast and crew went up on stage, held the awards, said their thank yous. That's the same as winning. No, it isn't, because if you look in the record books, it doesn't say La La Land and have an asterisk. It says Moonlight. But like I said, once again, it's just an award. So Joey Baseball will say Oscars aren't won, they're bought. I'm sure he'll be proud that I'm giving him a shout out with his crazy rhetoric. But hey, I mean, it's just an award. It's, you know, it's a shame it didn't win, but I still love the movie. It won a bunch of other awards. It's tied for the most nominations in history for a movie, so that's cool. Sean says, what is Bliss about? How bad is it? It is about, it has Owen Wilson and Selma Hayek in it. They star, and Owen Wilson is not happy with his job, and he kills his boss, and then he meets Selma Hayek in a bar, and she says that there's something. It reminded me of The Matrix. There's like a pill they can take where they can go to this place that's ideal. It's like bliss. And yeah, it just was very messy. Owen Wilson felt very miscast in the movie. Just disappointing personally for me. And I didn't really have high expectations, but it was pretty bad. I mean, it's not on the same level as like Swing of Things bad from last year. Eastsider said, what Netflix movie is getting a physical release? Mitchell's vs. the Machines. Miss Jess is in the house. Jess, what's going on? John says, my 4K of Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 came scratched from Amazon. The 4K seems like there was something gritty on the sleeve. Oh, that's a bummer. That's not cool. Charlie Black says, hey, what's up? What's going on, Charlie? Joey Baseball says, why is Owen Wilson unhappy in movies lately besides Cars? I'm not sure. I guess he's trying to do different roles. Sean Lallen says, favorite John Carpenter movie? I would have to look at a list, honestly, because I don't know John Carpenter like that. I know who John Carpenter is, but I'm not like a huge horror guy, so it could be tougher for me to just name off the top of my dome. eBay packages are now complete. The last one packed. I have a giant bag to go to the post office tomorrow. Joey Baseball says, do you like John Cena in SS? Survivor Series? SummerSlam? I don't know what SS means. It's probably something obvious, and I'm not. Suicide Squad, yes. This bag is all full with eBay packages going to the post office tomorrow. The eBay store's been doing good. Yeah, I'm excited about his TV series that he'll have on HBO Max, the Peacemaker show. So that'll be fun to watch for sure. Suicide Squad is, I think, number 2 or 3 on my top 10 right now. I will be doing a video. I'm going to be doing a couple videos, and I don't know if any of you guys watched my video that I dropped this morning announcing this live stream. And I gave some channel news. This year, I'm going to release multiple end of the year videos. I'm going to do a best of, a hot trash of the year. I'm also going to do a movies that were released in 2021 that I haven't seen, because I'm going to do my list closer to the end of the year and not wait a month or two. So that's the plan right now. I'm also contemplating doing like a video of different TV series and seasons that I started watching this year. I thought that would be a fun video. Khaleesi, come here. Say hi. Say hi. So let me know. I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in watching a video about me talking about TV series I watched, because, you know, it's not really something I've done on the channel. I also talk in a future video. I recorded a ton of videos over the weekend. I have stuff banked up through the middle of December now. I'm not sure what the future of the channel holds, and what I mean by that is I am severely running out of space. I really need to start watching more movies, especially stuff that I've blind bought, to decide like if I'm going to keep the disc or if I'm going to get rid of it. I can't just keep buying the way I am, because I'm running out of space and I have nowhere to expand to, and I don't want to just put stuff in storage. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for videos. I don't know if my videos aren't going to be weekly. Like, I'll still do review videos, which hardly get any views compared to my pickup videos. But I'm still going to buy movies, but I just have to slow down my buying. So it'll be an interesting, I'm not sure what the future of the channel will hold in that respect. Like, maybe I'll take weeks off, which that's why I've been trying to bank videos up. Right now I have through the middle of December, and I think I might just take a few weeks off and then come back the end of the month and do like a best of, the hot trash video, the movies that I haven't seen yet video. I know I've talked about doing like a Criterion collection. I could do a 4K collection, but those videos are really time consuming. And maybe I'll do like a video every other week, or something like that. I wouldn't, that's why I said, Joey, if it got to the point where I'd have to put stuff in storage, I would just have to do a massive purge on my collection, honestly. I didn't buy my collection to keep it in storage. It's not what I want to do. So it's just, like I said, I'm severely running out of space. I have space right now probably for like 60 or 70 more Blu-rays. You know, I still have room for 4Ks, but DVDs, I've already doubled up 4 of my 8 shelves. So it's just, yeah, it's tough. And there's all this stuff coming to all these different services and in theaters. And I hardly get to watch movies, and I'm buying more movies than I'm watching physically. So I don't know. I'll come up with something. Like I said, just maybe not 2 videos a week when it comes to 2022. I'll probably do a video once the holidays are over and I've done all my end of year stuff. So, you know, I'll come up with something. So Raymond says, one of the reasons I only get a few movies a month. Yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those things, like I buy stuff to flip, and I enjoy doing that, and the money is pretty good, and it's paid for my collecting habits, which is awesome. But, you know, like that stuff is put in a closet. Jeffrey says, are you and Cinema Sickness filming a Black Friday video? Nope, I'm not going to be around. I'm going to be out of town for the holidays. I didn't do a video with him last year as well. So, yeah, I haven't seen Dave in a while. I've been very busy, like with my girlfriend and my son. So yeah, just not a ton of time to go hunting and dedicate hunting trips. And now that we're getting into the winter months, there's no flea markets or anything. So John says, I have significantly less space than you and have the capacity left for 100 titles tops. Cutting off Dollar Tree finds has been very easy. Yeah, I really stopped buying Dollar Tree movies, except for, you know, a couple titles that I've seen that really looked interesting to me. And I've had other people get them for me, the people who do that on Instagram. I don't go to Dollar Trees looking for movies anymore, because I can't keep buying, oh, I bought 20 Dollar Tree movies. I probably have 50 Dollar Tree movies on my shelves that were blind buys at least, that I haven't even opened yet or watched. So Joey says, I honestly haven't really bought a movie in years. Okay, that's cool. Ron says, I don't buy any TV shows because I'm out of room. Yeah, that was something I toyed with too, was putting all my TV shows in like some kind of storage container and keeping it in the apartment. But once again, it's a space issue. I don't want to have a giant bin full of 4K or Blu-rays and DVDs. But I have tons of TV shows that I can't tell you the last time I busted out. The last thing I watched physically, Blu-ray, TV show-wise, was 30 Rock, and we're only in season 4. It's sitting in the bedroom. It's been in there for months now. But like I'm looking at Big Bang Theory, taking up a section of shelving like this. Boardwalk Empire is a show I really want to watch, taking up a huge section. I'm just looking. Game of Thrones taking up a big section. What else? The Office is a big box set. That's 70s show. King of Queens, Community. All those just take up... There's probably like two shelves worth of just Blu-rays that are TV series that I could put in storage, honestly. But maybe it just means I need to go through and purge again, honestly, and get rid of stuff. So... somebody else said something that was interesting. Jeffrey said, what movie is highest on your Amazon wish list? You know, I'm not 100% sure on that. My girlfriend, you guys will see in a video, and I think I put a post up on my Instagram. My girlfriend actually had saved a Instagram. I did like a Q&A thing on Instagram, and people asked me like what was top of my wish list. And it was all this stuff that was super out of print, stuff like Dutch, and Disturbing Behavior, and just stuff that's really, really tough to find on Blu-ray. And my girlfriend got me 2 amazing Blu-ray titles for my birthday that I was blown away by, was not expecting. So, my ears just popped. So that was awesome, but I don't know what's necessarily at the top of my wish list. It's tough. I would have to look at it, but I mean, my Blu-ray.com profile has a wish list as well, because there's certain things that aren't on Amazon. Joey says the last movie he bought new was Good Burger. Do you hate your upstairs neighbors? You know, it's funny, for the longest time we had no issues with our upstairs neighbors, but they just have a tendency, like we live in a college area, and even though this complex says they don't rent to college kids, it's a load of crap. And they definitely do. And that's who lives in the apartment above us. And one person moved out, and I feel like the other person now thinks that they live in like a crazy house, not realizing they have downstairs neighbors. But it's not horrible. Jeffrey says, what do you think of Black Friday sales this year? I mean, we've talked about it a lot. And they're good sales if you don't buy throughout the year. I mean, I get stuff for review from Warner Brothers, so a lot of the titles that are on sale from Warner Brothers I've already obtained. Also, I get stuff from Pam, I get stuff from my Facebook guys, so a lot of the new titles I already own and got for the same price point or less, honestly. So, stop. Just go somewhere else. So I mentioned it, and I do want to show this because it probably won't be in a video for another week or so till I have time to check out the transfer and do some homework on this. But the folks over at Warner Brothers actually sent me over this. I literally just came home to this one today. It is the Mad Max Anthology. As you guys can see, it's the 4K digital copy combo pack. It's a slim case too, which is nice. I thought it would be really bulky, and I was pleasantly surprised when it was basically a little fatter than a normal case. It has a nice slip cover there, same artwork on the slip. And then, like I said, it's just the 4K digital copy. There's no Blu-rays. So the 4Ks, Mad Max comes on one, and then Road Warrior, Beyond Thunderdome, and Fury Road come on the other. So the discs are yellow here. We got Mad Max on 4K. We got Road Warrior 4K. Beyond Thunderdome, which is the only one of these movies I haven't seen. I've seen all the others. And then Fury Road, which is a fantastic, amazing movie. I'm very excited about the Furiosa film that's coming out in, I think, 2 years now with Anya Taylor-Joy. Jerry, I don't do code give-outs. Sorry, man. In the director's chair with director Keenan says, "What's up? What's going on?" Raymond says, "Believe it or not, I got quite a bit of titles from Walmart." That's awesome, man. Joey says, "I get worried and stressed out when I see CS go to Pam's. She has so many DVDs that she has to sell. I hope she's doing okay business-wise." She says her sales are fantastic. I actually just traded in a ton of DVDs to Pam 2 weekends ago, like 7 or 8 boxes of stuff, mostly DVDs. But she said business is going well. The problem with Pam's is the lack of space. It's very, like, I don't know if it shows in videos, but it is a very small space. And she has a second section with just video games, which she does very well with. But Jeffrey says the Mad Max 4K pack has got to be the best freebie you've gotten from any studio. Yeah, I would say that is probably definitely true. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's definitely the highest dollar amount title that I've gotten from a studio. Does the Mad Max have the black and white edition? It does not say. I'm thinking no, which means I'll probably have to end up keeping my Blu-ray. I don't think it has the black and chrome edition on it. It doesn't specify that. I'll let you know when I do my actual review. Take it easy, John. John's heading out, everybody. What else? Punk Nerd says, "I was going to order a Criterion, but because of expensive shipping, I'm stuck. Need $6 spare to Barnes & Noble. Do they have the same title on Amazon? You can get free shipping. So, I mean, that's what I would do." Sean says, "Will you pick up the 4K of The Outsider?" Sean, do you not watch my videos, man? I just dropped a review video of The Outsiders on 4K. It was sent out to me from Warner Brothers. It came out this morning, bright and early. It was released on my channel. Joey says it does seem small when you see us, Joe. Yeah, it's very small in there, for sure. It was awful when the mask mandate was in place, wearing a mask in there because it's such a small space. I'm probably rubbing the mic. I usually don't wear a mic for live streams, but... Marco says, "I went to Walmart on Black Friday. Got Justice League Snyder Cut for $9.96, 4K. I still haven't watched that yet. New Mutants DVD. Why would you get a DVD, man? Ew. And Scooby-Doo Courage crossover. Very cool. Did you reach out to Mill Creek and Warner Brothers to do reviews, or it was vice versa? No, I was contacted. I was contacted by them. So, Joey says, "Does it have the Mad Max scene from Space Jam 2? No. Punk Nerd, "I only have a Barnes & Noble gift card." Oh, gotcha. Understood. Crazy Joe's in the house. Like I said, Crazy Joe's going live as soon as I'm finished here. Man. Jeffrey says, "You've got such an awesome collection. Do you have any plans on how to make more space?" No, I just talked about that about 10 minutes ago. No, I'm running out of space, honestly, and I'm probably going to have to purge or stop buying movies in the near future. I have no room. I have no room to have movies anywhere else, and I don't want to have movies anywhere else. If it doesn't fit on all these shelves in this room, it's too much. So, Punk Nerd says, "See you in 30 minutes. Marco says they didn't have the Blu-ray for New Mutants. I would have waited. I would have waited and gotten the Blu-ray of something like that personally, but I couldn't see buying a new release on DVD, especially if there's a Blu-ray or 4K of it. But yeah, I guess he's okay, Joey. I haven't seen Crazy Joe in a while. So, Sean says, will you pick up the anniversary of Josie and the Pussycats? I have a video that's dropping Wednesday, and I'll talk about that. So, yep, review video will drop tomorrow. I have a special review video from the studios on Wednesday, and then a pickup video Friday. So 4 videos this week, plus a live stream. Yeah, Joey, I'm aware that Crazy Joe has not seen Mean Girls. We used to, I think you mentioned it in every CS live stream. So, Jeffrey says, have you had the chance to pop into any of the Mad Max in the 4K player? I got home from work, I ate salad, I packed eBay packages, and I literally just opened it right before going live. So no, I have not put any of these discs in. I wanted to show it off though, because I probably won't do a video for it until next week. I'll try to drop a video next Monday, because I don't have time to watch it. So what I'll do is pop the discs in. I've seen 3 of the 4 movies, so I can give you guys an idea, see if there's any bonus features. Although reading the back here, it looks like Road Warrior is the only one that has special features. And they're all 4Ks. There's no Blu-rays in here. So, Joey says, Josie the movie or cartoon? The movie. Joey Baseball says, what kind of salad? Just a chopped salad with cucumber in it. Raymond says, yeah, still want to see Free Guy, but wasn't going to pay $13 for it on DVD. Yeah, that was one I got from my Facebook guy. I got the 4K for $10, so, or $15. $15 for that one. That one I paid a little more. Sean says, will you pick up Candyman or The Jungle Cruise? Those would be titles I would get when they go down in price. I would get on 4K, or if Pam gets them in, I would get them from her. That's the other thing. I have a ton of credit at Pam's. So instead of spending money out of pocket, I should really start using my credit up at Pam's, because it's pretty insane. Free Guy is massively overrated, says Joey Baseball. Of course it is, because it's something good. Megapodtastic says, the original Mad Max is almost unwatchable, but the 3 sequels are good. See, Crazy Joe, something you and I are going to agree on. I just looked back to my reviews. Mad Max, I gave a 1.5. Road Warrior, I gave it 3.5. Fury Road, I have it a 5. I've never seen Beyond Thunderdome. But yes, it seems like Mad Max is the weakest of the franchise. Sean says, will you buy Hamilton on Blu-ray next year? I didn't know Hamilton was getting a physical release. I didn't realize that was a thing. Jeffrey says, have you had a chance to make it to a movie theater recently? Yeah, I went to a movie Saturday to watch The Eternals. Friday, I watched Shang-Chi on Disney+, and yesterday I watched Halloween Kills on Peacock. Crazy Joe says, Candyman 4 was good. I have that on pre-order. You just love calling movies by the titles that they're not advertised as. Yes, Candyman 2021 was a good movie. Wasn't a great movie, but it was good. I actually just got rid of my original Candyman Blu-ray because I watched it once and it's not something I would ever revisit. Joey Baseball says Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet are better video game movies. I will agree that Wreck-It Ralph is a great movie. Ralph Breaks the Internet is not better than Free Guy. You're also not comparing apples to apples. You're comparing an animated movie to a live action film. Are you going to see Ghostbusters? Yes. Going next weekend with RJ and Bridget. Jeffrey says Crazy Joe and Rick never agree on movies. Yeah, that's why I was shocked we actually agree on the Mad Max situation. Because the movies that I watched over the weekend, which Crazy Joe has seen all 3 of, I believe except for one of them, I totally disagree with his opinion on the other 2. Sean says, what do you think of Halloween Kills? Was not a fan. I could rant about it. I already was talking to J2H about it after work today. I have lots of issues with that movie. Big Ideas 3 says, what kind of credit does Pam generally give for common DVD? I believe it's 25 cents or 50 cents, but I'm one of a few people who get to trade in most titles. She's selective about Blu-rays and 4Ks. DVDs, a lot of people have to like get their stuff approved for her to take them in. But Crazy Joe says Ralph Breaks the Internet is not great. I think it's okay. I don't hate it as much as a lot of people do. Joey says, do you think Paul Rudd bring the world's sexist men that is a terrible phrase, dude. I can't understand that. I'm sorry. Sean says, did you watch the movie called Music from this year yet? No, I have not. Punk Nerd says, do you have the Big 4 Blu-ray? Been looking for it. I did. I sold it recently on my eBay store. So, Jerry says it's hard to find any good movie stores in New Jersey. I mean, depending on where in Jersey, I love going to Columbus Flea Market. I only got out there once this year, which was a huge bummer. It's like an hour and 15 minutes from me, but I love that flea market. Jeffrey says, how are Pam's prices on typical used Blu-rays? Pam charges $1 for DVDs if you buy 10 or more, or they're $2 each. Her Blu-rays are typically $5. That wasn't YouTube that butchered your comment. That was your typing that butchered that comment. 4Ks range in price from $10 to $15. And then there's certain titles that she has in the showcase that are more expensive. Her TV shows are $5 each. Sean says, what do you think the best Ice Age movie is? Probably the first one. I only watched the first couple of those. I wasn't a huge Ice Age fan. Joey says, Paul Rudd being named the world sexiest man alive will help ticket sales. Oh, okay. I think the movie was going to do well before he was named sexiest man alive, but I mean, fair enough. To each their own. All right, the chat has stopped. Joey Baseball says, Rick was snubbed once again for Sexiest Man Alive. Oh, yeah. I need to get a haircut. Man, I keep losing hair. Like it's going out of style. So, Sean says, what do you think they will call Shrek 5? Shrek Fifth of Vodka. I don't know. I'm not sure. Eastsider says, is the Big 4 OOP? I forget what I got for it, Eastsiders, but I think I got like $40 or $50 for the Blu-ray. So I would say it's OOP on Blu-ray. Crazy Joe says, I think the fact that it's a sequel that fans have waited 32 years for would sell tickets with or without Paul Rudd. Yeah. Nope. I will not shave off all my hair and go full Vin Diesel, Joey. I'll get it buzzed. I gotta get the beard tamed before the holidays, which probably won't happen considering Thanksgiving is already next week in the States. It's crazy how fast time is going. So, he says, Joe typing, when you coming to Mass? I'm not sure, Marie. I don't know. Joey says you had a Ghostbusters in 2016. It's true. Sean says, is Borat 2 worth watching this year? I mean, it's okay. It's not as good as the first one, in my opinion, but it's all right. If you're a fan of the Borat movies, I think you'll enjoy it. Some would say it's very nice, but all right, guys, we have about 15 more minutes, and then Crazy Joe is going to go live, and I am going to finish watching my movie. And Joey Baseball, it took me a minute to realize Mass meant Massachusetts and not a religious thing. Borat 2 is definitely not better than Borat 1, Joey. Definitely nowhere close. It became too political. The first movie is so much funnier. So, but to each their own. Movies are subjective. And you just like to contradict popular opinion. Joey says, what movie are you watching? I mentioned earlier, Shadow in the Cloud. Shadow in the Cloud is what I'm watching because I just wanted a short movie because I'm extremely tired. Like I said, have not been sleeping well the last couple nights. So, Sean says, did you watch the Sopranos movie? I did. I enjoyed it, even though I've never watched the TV series. So. Crazy Joe says, I still don't know. I'm going to kill my upstairs neighbors, and I mean that in a lighthearted way. But that is so annoying. He says, I still don't know if I have a guest tonight. He hasn't confirmed yet. Crazy Joe did. Joey says, no. I said, yeah, but you like having contradictory opinions just for the sake of being contradictory, I believe. So J2H is in the house. He says, Chloe Grace Moretz, meow. Marie says, Joe typing again, with Christmas coming, will you review some Hallmark movies on Amazon Prime? No. I have a very small list of holiday movies I want to watch this year. All blind watches except for one, so we shall see. Crazy Joe says, Siko the robot is no longer in Stallone's director's cut of Rocky IV. Never forget. No, Joe, they're just being loud college kids. I get it, but just, I guess it's better that they're being loud now than when I'm trying to go to sleep. Sean says, do you like Curb Your Enthusiasm? I've never seen it, Sean. It's on my ever-growing list of stuff I want to watch. Movies with Ryan says, have you watched Dogtooth yet? Nope. I mean, in October I tried to watch spooky movies, and then I've just been trying to like catch up on stuff. It's tough. There's just too much. All these new streaming movies, on top of everything else that's going on. J2H says, we on for tonight, Joski. That's right. The Megapodtastic podcast is recording this evening. Joey Baseball trying to get Jacob into an argument, talking about Home Sweet Home Alone, saying it looks so bad, why do you want to watch it? I mean, he's baiting you because he already talked about Home Sweet Home Alone. Matt Wilson's in the house. Matt, what's going on, man? Jeffrey says, with all your Blu-rays and streaming services, do you subscribe to cable? So the answer to that is yes. But I will also tell you that all the streaming services that I have access to, the only one I paid for is Disney Plus. Bridget and her family all have access to the other streaming, and they each pay for logins, and we share them. I paid for Disney Plus for 3 years. I just hit year 2. I will be canceling that because there's no way that I personally would get use out of it for $8 a month personally. So, and I get cable because I watch a ton of shows on cable. I watch wrestling. I watch other things. So yes, I have cable so I can watch sports. And Sean says, watch Walk, Ride, Rodeo on Netflix with your son. I'm not even sure what that is. I'll have to look into that. Not familiar. Disney Plus isn't a scam, Joey. It's just, I got an incredible deal when they started for $120 for 3 years. And I've watched it. I've gotten my $120 worth out of it. And they've announced a lot of new stuff that's exciting. But the Marvel shows, I've watched one of the shows. I've fallen asleep during other Marvel shows on there, so that I've tried to watch. The Jeff Goldblum show is probably one of my favorite shows that has been on there. I know the second season just had the first 5 episodes drop. Crazy Joe says, speaking of Disney Plus, the lack of Lucasfilm presentation on Disney Plus Day was a major disappointment. I'm not even going to get into the whole Disney Plus Day announcement thing. That's just going to cause chaos. So, Matt says, Rick, anything you see right now you're looking to snag on Black Friday? No, with all the titles that have been announced, I own most of what's there that I have interest in. The only title I bought was Fury on 4K for $9.99, and I ordered that on Amazon. So, Jeffrey says, are you a fan of The Mandalorian? I haven't watched it. I mean, I keep saying I would check it out, but haven't watched a single episode. Matt says, your Eagles helped my Chiefs out. Yeah, they beat the Broncos, surprisingly. I thought the Eagles were going to lose, honestly. So, Matt and J2H are talking about PCU. PCU is so good. It's been so long since I've watched that. Jeremy Piven, David Spade, right? So, it's a really fun movie. I have that on DVD, so. Yeah, PCU is a fun watch. Definitely check that one out, Jacob, when you have time. It's a fun movie. Joey says, do you like Studio Ghibli? Crazy Joe hates anime. I've watched a few Studio Ghibli movies because Bridget's a big fan of Miyazaki. Not Miyazaki. Is it Miyazaki? Anyway, Bridget's a big fan, so I've seen Spirited Away. I've seen Howl's Moving Castle. I've enjoyed what I've seen out of Studio Ghibli movies. So, Raymond says, last weekend I was watching my sister's dogs, and they have Disney Plus, and I used it to check out some Marvel movies. Very cool. Sean says, will you watch Hocus Pocus 2 next year? Yeah, assuming it comes out before November 12th, because like I said, I'll cancel Disney Plus. It's not a streaming service I'm going to keep. Not at $8 a month. Maybe I'll sign up like once every 4 or 5 months to try to watch some stuff, but I'm not going to pay $8 a month for a streaming service. Like I said, I don't pay for streaming services except for Disney Plus because it was like $130 for 3 years. Movies with Ryan says, Broken Flowers, not Dogtooth, unless you picked up Dogtooth lately too. Too many YouTubers to keep track of. Yep, yeah, I picked up both of those in the same sale. So, I have not watched either of them yet. No, I will not watch the French Dispatch, Sean. I'm not a fan of Wes Anderson. So, Jeffrey says, which streaming service? Really, Jacob? So, Freeloader, yep. My girlfriend and her family pays for them all. I don't need streaming services. I have this. I don't need a streaming service. So, and Disney Plus, like I said, Loki put me to sleep twice. There's nothing on Disney Plus that I'm like, oh, I need to keep it for that. I have all the Marvel movies. I have the Star Wars movies. It's just, it would be hard. Jacob is just pushing my buttons and he knows it. He's probably laughing his ass off over there. So, I'm running out of room with all the Hallmark movies, Noah says. So, somebody asked my favorite streaming service. It's probably Hulu. So, Crazy Joe says, you don't like Wes Anderson either. I can't stand Wes Anderson. Yeah. Except for Bottle Rocket and Rush Hour, I am not a fan of Wes Anderson films at all. I'm not a fan. So, I know Jacob's a fan because Owen Wilson's in all his movies. Wow, yeah, wow, it's great, wow, yeah. Matt Wilson said something about Groove having nice box hits on sale, and Jacob said Groove is legit. So, yeah, I mean, I love Groove. I've had a lot of time with Groove, a lot of success with Groove. Sean says, is Sweet Tooth any good? Haven't watched it. Crazy Joe says, now that Disney Plus is putting up IMAX enhanced MCU movies, I might stop buying them. Disney Plus went away. J2H says, do you keep HBO Max into 2022 even without major releases monthly? So once again, this is my streaming service thing is a lot more difficult because that's a service that Bridget pays for. I think Bridget would keep HBO Max above any other streaming service. I love HBO Max too. They have probably one of the better streaming services out there. And I think with the new shows that are coming out, like Righteous Gemstones Season 2, the Peacemaker show, the new Game of Thrones show, plus a lot of great Warner Brothers movies coming out in theaters in 2022 that I assume will be 30 or 45 days to HBO Max. I still think it's a fantastic service. And if I were paying for streaming services out of my pocket, HBO Max and Hulu would probably be my top two, with Netflix right up there with it. So Joey says, have you seen Tooth Fairy with The Rock? I have. Jim says, I'm going to see King Richard on HBO Max. It does look very good. I think the thing I'm most excited about that's come to Disney Plus in a long time is the Beatles documentary that's coming out over Thanksgiving weekend. Get Back. It looks fantastic. Super excited for that. So that'll be one I will watch, and something I'm very excited about seeing on Disney Plus. Jacob says, any interest in Discover Plus? No interest in that, or AMC Plus personally. It's just getting to a point where there's too many services. Like Paramount Plus I really enjoy too. We watched the Challenge All-Stars on there. And I think I forget what I paid for a year of that. That was the other streaming service. I actually spent, I think it was $45 for a year. And once again, I did it because there was two specific shows coming on there, and they had the SpongeBob movie, which RJ had wanted to see. So it made it worthwhile, but it's just there's too much streaming. There's just so much content, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not complaining about the amount of content. But Jacob and I have had this conversation several times that if I just sat at home and stayed up 16 hours a day and stayed up 16 hours, ate, slept, repeat, I don't know if I'd be able to catch up on all the movies in my room, plus all the stuff I want to watch on the streaming services. It's like I found through Target Circle, there's going to be a 4-month free trial of Apple Plus. My list for stuff on Apple Plus I want to watch is like 15 movies and 10 series long. So it's just crazy the amount of content that is out there. And I'm not going to be able to watch it all. It's a bummer, but I have to try to, prioritize. Crazy Joe said, Discovery Plus will probably merge with HBO Max next year after the merger. That wouldn't surprise me. They'll probably charge an extra $5 a month. It'll be $20 a month or something. Joey says, what do you want to watch on Apple TV Plus? I don't have my list handy. Cherry, was it Palmer, Boys State or Boys Town is a documentary on there. The Beastie Boys documentary, Ted Lasso, The Morning Show, Dickinson, Servant, Central Park. There's just a ton of shows. So, but yeah, once again, just so much stuff. It's just, yeah, Schmigadoon is on my list. Just too much content. But that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm sure Crazy Joe wants to get ready to go live. I heard he's not going to wear pants. So be sure to go over to his live stream and check out Crazy Joe with no pants on. But yeah, I'm getting ready to head out, and Joe is going live. Like I said, guys, I have a video dropping tomorrow. review video. Wednesday night, I have another review unboxing video from the studios. Friday, I will have pickups. I have videos recorded through the middle of December. I'll probably end up taking a few weeks off. And then a best of the year video, a worst of the year or hot trash video. Movies I haven't seen in 2021, which my list is currently at like 95 movies that I want to watch that have come out this year I haven't seen. And those videos will come out the end of the year. And then the future of the channel is kind of a question mark. I'm going to come up with something to do. But I'm definitely slowing down my movie buying. I'm going to try to focus more on watching all these blind buys and watching more movies. Even though the review videos don't quite get the views as pickup videos do. I want to start watching more movies, and I can't just keep buying and buying more movies. So, rant over. Crazy Joe, go over to Megapodtastic. Listen to that podcast if you don't. You get to hear Jacob talk like Barry White on certain episodes of it. And that's it, guys. So thank you for stopping by. Who's Down to Movie and all that good stuff. And I'll watch the video that drops tomorrow. I've dropped a video today. See you guys.